like to begin by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land in which we meet today. We acknowledge this land, Ghana people, and we respect their spiritual relationship with their country. We also acknowledge the Ghana people as the custodians of the Adelaide region, and that their cultural heritage beliefs are still as important to the living Ghana people today. We also pay respects to the cultural authority of Aboriginal people attending from other areas of South Australia. So a little bit about me, just so you know who's talking. I was originally from the Philippines. I moved to Australia when I was 25 years old, started a family, and 7 years ago I became a single mom. And I do not have access to immediate family in Australia. And so I'm back in the Philippines. I had a computer engineering degree, and currently while raising the kids, I've completed a diploma of laws, and I'm also currently a student at the Adelaide University doing international business. What else? So I recently became, that's my daughter there, Ayana and Alistair. Ayana's now 13 and Alistair's now 11. I recently became a stepmom to two beautiful boys, aged 7 and almost 3. I was featured at our founding story was featured at the Boundless first issue of the Boundless magazine, the Lot 14 Innovation magazine, and what else? So I grew up in poverty and domestic violence in the Philippines. It's a bit rough upbringing. Hence, at an early age, I knew that I always wanted to create some sort of change, some sort of impact. But for a long time, I just didn't know how I'm going to do it until I recently, and that's what I'm going to talk to you about today, about how I turned my adversity into an opportunity and turned out to be a bigger problem and like a pressing issue in our society. And So I am honored to stand before you tonight to share a deeply personal journey, a journey that started with adversity but has blossomed into a mission to confront some of society's most pressing issues. It's a mission that arose from sheer necessity, rooted in the very essence of my own limitations and urgent need for access to life's necessity or essentials. As a mother raising my children in public housing, I encountered a challenge that may resonate with many of you here today. I turned secondhand furniture to furnish my home. A practical choice given our circumstances. And yet, like so many others, especially when you don't have access to a car, a suitable vehicle, or a trailer, when physical restrictions or demands of a busy lifestyle, transporting secondhand furniture can be a daunting task. The digitally purchased secondhand furniture remains elusively out of reach. Now, as an immigrant woman, far from the immediate support of family for logistical help, it's easy to feel frustrated and socially isolated in such situations. It's a sentiment that many individuals, especially those navigating life's challenges alone, can empathize with. But here's where the problem grew larger than it initially seemed. The issue of limited access to essential items like furniture doesn't doesn't just stop at the inconvenience of moving a couch or a table. It extends deeper, weaving its tendrils into the very fabric of our communities and affecting our overall well-being. Social isolation. Social isolation often exacerbated by challenges like the one I faced, contributes significantly to loneliness and mental health concerns. Study after study has shown that our connection to community directly correlates with our life expectancy. So simply put, the more connected we are to our community, the longer and healthier our lives tend to be. In a landmark study conducted by Holt, Lanston Smith, and Layton in 2010, they found that social isolation, loneliness, or living alone represents a greater public health hazard than obesity. Their research highlighted the staggering impact of social isolation on our lives. This means that addressing the challenges that lead to isolation, like limited access to essential items, becomes not just a matter of convenience, but a matter of life and death. Now, let's shift our focus broader to let's shift our focus to the broader picture, one that underscores the urgency of our mission. Access to secondhand furniture isn't just about convenience, it's a critical component of our planet's future. Our world is facing an unprecedented challenge, the uncontrolled rate of consumption. A report from Ellen MacArthur Foundation in 2016 revealed a stark reality. If we continue to consume resources at the current pace, we will need 3 times the natural resources available on this planet by 2050. And did you know that the average household takes 45 tons of raw materials to furnish? On that, every year, 1.7 tons of products reach the end of their lives, more often than not ending up in the landfills. This alarming projection should serve as a wake-up call for all of us. When it comes to furnishing your home, buying brand new furniture isn't just costly, it is often overlooked strain on the environment. But secondhand furniture not only allows you to save money, but it also gives you the opportunity to contribute to sustainable efforts and the environment. Our sustainable consumption habits are pushing our planet to the brink of endangering not only our future, but the future of generations to come. So, what's the solution? How do we bridge the gap between the need for access, our desire for community, and the urgent call for responsible consumption? The answer, my friends, is the solution I've dedicated myself to. A community platform using our software-based product that leverages technology to make it easier for people to access secondhand furniture, while also creating an interconnected community. It's not just buying and selling, it's about connecting people, reducing loneliness, and paving the way for responsible consumption. This mission is personal for me, but it's also universal. It's about more than just furniture. It's about the emotional and physical well-being of individuals and the future of our planet. It's about turning adversity into an opportunity. And as we move forward together, let's remember the interconnectedness of our challenges and our solutions. Let us strive for a world where access to essentials is never a barrier to building a home, where community thrives, and where responsible consumption is the norm, not the exception. So I'm gonna leave you the question today when you go home. Think about the problems that you've encountered in your life recently. Now, envision this. What if your personal problem solving journey had the power to not only transform your own challenges, but also drive meaningful change in society? What about why not explore how your unique experiences can be the spark that ignites a brighter future for us all, for people, and for planet? Thank you for joining me today, and together let's continue to build a world that is truly sustainable, equitable, and compassionate, and with compassion and connection. Thank you.